Well, thanks for checking in with your evening weather update. Sure hope you had a great Monday, the start of a warmer work week ahead of us, and a little bit more active weather heading our way as well. Plus, we now have Tropical Storm Erin. I'm going to talk much more about that coming up in just a moment. We did have high temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 80s today, so a nice solid average day. We made it to 88 degrees in Knoxville. Really didn't pick up a whole lot of rainfall in the valley locations, but we picked up a little bit of light rain, kind of an overcast, dreary, damp day across the foothills and mountain counties throughout much of the day. Other than that, morning lows will be in the 60s and 70s. It's going to be a little bit warmer, a little stickier than what we've been over the last couple of mornings. And that's going to be the story. By lunchtime, we're going to be right around 81 degrees, working our way back into the upper 80s. So another solid average day ahead of us on Tuesday with a heat index value back in the low 90s. Now, we do have a little bit better coverage of some showers and thunderstorms. And if you've been with me recently, I said the moisture content to be able to precipitate out of the atmosphere is going to be increasing. And so therefore, the Weather Prediction Center is also looking at that same concept and saying, okay, our flash flood risk starts to increase with a level 1 and a level 2 in place. So let's pick up our timeline. Tuesday morning, we'll start off mostly quiet, although can't rule out a couple of light showers early in the morning. And we may see a couple through the first part of our day, especially across the mountain counties. That's where the majority of the rain will continue to fall. As we get into the afternoon, better coverage of showers and thunderstorms, and then they'll start to fade away as we get into the evening hours as this energy kind of swings its way on through. But clearly, a little bit better coverage of rainfall than what we've been talking about and experiencing here over the last, several days, last week or so. All right, so here's your 7-day forecast. Average high is 88 degrees. We're going to be in the upper 80s to a few pockets of low 90s. So fairly average weather. That doesn't really change much. What does change are a couple things. Our dew points are going to be in the low to mid 70s for the rest of the week. So that's going to lead to heat index values into the mid to upper 90s and maybe some low 100s as we get into the latter part of the week. So that's something to think about. It is going to be hotter, feeling anyways, thanks to the humidity. But we also are talking about the potential for some very efficient rain producers. You saw that Weather Prediction Center's forecast for tomorrow, Tuesday, with a level 1, level 2 risk, and that's associated with moisture being able to feed its way on in, and this is moisture through the column of the atmosphere, so that's what could precipitate out of the atmosphere if we tap into it. And then we may dry out as we wrap up the week and get less coverage of rainfall. So it's really going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be our greatest risk. So flash flood risk again for our Tuesday. We'll continue that trend on into our Wednesday, and we'll do it again on into Thursday as well. And when you add up these rain chances each and every day from the Climate Weather Prediction Center, you can see how we're going to start to fill that in a little bit more so across the southeastern U.S., which we desperately need. All right, let's go ahead and talk tropics here for a second because we do now have Tropical Storm Erin. This advisory took place at 5 p.m. on Monday night. It's moving to the west at 21 miles per hour. Winds are sustained at 45, or max winds anyways. Another update coming up at 10 o'clock here tonight. Could become a Category 3 hurricane. Here's the lesser Antilles. Here's the greater Antilles down into the Caribbean. Right here's Bermuda, the Bahamas, to kind of keep you an eye of where that's going. So a lot of the latest model guidance has it curving northward, somewhere around between Bermuda and the eastern seaboard of the United States. So really depending on how this all plays out, we'll see how it all plays out together. But this takes us through next Saturday. So we've got plenty of time to keep an eye on the storm and see how it all plays out. As it curves northward, we're looking at probably next Tuesday, next Wednesday, so we're still a week out. That's why I always say watch what you share and see on see and share, I should say, on social media. Anyways, I sure hope you have a great night. I'll see you back here for Wake Up with Witcher. We do broadcast live at 6 o'clock in the morning to help you get your family off to work. And now that we're back in school, off to school, check back in. Hope to see you then.